Hey guys, welcome back to Adventures in Aviators. Today we are going deep into the heart of Utah for another installation of our hiking series. Today we are at the least visited of the Big Five Utah National Parks, Capitol Reef National Park, at least depending on what metric you're looking at. And this is just out of the way. It is a beautiful 126-foot natural bridge at the end of a 1.7 mile round trip hike with an elevation gain of 416 feet. So we're going to explore this hike in 5 different categories. We're going to talk about location, facilities, plants and wildlife, trail traffic, and finally the payoff. What are we getting for our efforts on this beautiful hike here in Utah? And for each of those categories, we're going to rank it on a scale of 1 to 5 aviators.
5 aviators.
5, of course, being the pinnacle of each category as we go adventuring off here together. Of course, if you like this kind of content and you want to see more videos like this, please smash that subscribe button.
Smash that subscribe button.
Hit that like, get the notification bell, all those things. So how out of the way is this hike? It's over 3.5 hours away from Salt Lake City, 2.5 from Moab, over 4 from Zion, and we were even staying quote-unquote nearby in Escalante, and it was over 1.5 hours from Escalante. It is not near much, but it is an absolutely stunning part of the United States and specifically Utah area in general. It is awesome. So where exactly is Hickman Bridge within Capitol Reef National Park? Well, Capitol Reef National Park actually has State Route 24 that goes straight through it, so you don't actually have to use a fee to get to this hike. If the hikes that you want to do are off of Route 24, you don't have to pay to get into the park. The only time that you have to pay the $15 vehicle fee is if you want to go deeper into the park from the visitor center. So this is included in that. It's a free hike if you just want to stop along your way. And that's what lots of people do. It's a really easy, family-friendly hike just off of Highway 24. So because this trailhead is really easy to find right off of Highway 24, but you are not close to much of anything, I'm going to give this 4 out of 5 aviators. And one really nice thing about this hike is it does have actual facilities and a parking lot at the entrance at the trailhead for this area. Now the bathrooms are just toilets. There's no running water in this area. With real honest-to-goodness facilities at the trailhead for this hike and actual parking as well, I'm going to give this 4 out of 5 aviators as well. Now at the beginning of this hike, there is a creek that is going through the area. It can be a river depending on your day. And that would be where you would see much of the wildlife in this area. You know, it's going to stay close to water, but we're in a desert region, and once you really are on the path, you're not going to see a ton of big wildlife. Mostly what you're going to see are little lizards, and other desert creatures like that. But there is a variety of beautiful plants in the area, especially depending on what time of year you're going. We were here in summer. Now, especially in this part of the world, getting there early, dawn and dusk are going to be the best times to see any kind of bigger stuff. We did see a couple small snakes in this area as well, so that's a possibility. So while you can definitely see a variety of nature here, but it's going to be limited, I'm going to give this 2 out of 5 aviators. Now when it comes to trail traffic, Hickman Bridge is definitely one of the most popular hikes here in Capitol Reef National Park. It is right along the highway, it's family friendly, it's only 1.7 miles, and there's not a ton of elevation gain. But so you will see a fair number of people. Parking could be difficult in this area. The parking lot's pretty sizable for this part of the world, but still it'll fill up pretty quickly. Because so many people choose to do this as a day trip from one of the more populated areas, the middle of the day is going to be especially busy. All that to say, you are in the middle of nowhere, and so even on busy days in Capitol Reef, it's going to be significantly less busy than your popular trails at Arches, at Zion. I mean, it'll be nothing like the crowds that you see at Zion or Bryce Canyon National Park. So really, I mean, it's all about kind of keeping some perspective on what you're doing and how many people you're expecting to see. So when I say lots of people on this hike, we probably saw a couple dozen people for the entire time that we were there in the middle of the day. So it's really not that bad at all. So for that reason, I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 aviators. So finally, the payoff. What are we going to see here, and is it worth it? Well, like we said, there is a little bit of elevation gain, but it's mostly at the beginning. And so once you kind of get up onto that plateau area, the hiking is not that difficult. It's well marked, easy to follow. It actually connects with a couple other trails, but those are all very clearly marked as well. And when you get to the end, you are at Hickman Bridge. It is a huge Natural Bridge, 126 feet, tip to tip. You see it coming for a while, and then you get some great pictures with it. And then on the back end, there's a little loop on the far end, and there's some beautiful views. Make sure not to miss those views on the back edge of that loop before you come back along the path. It is a really, really pretty area, especially for how close it is and the amount of work that you have to put into it. There's just a variety of things to see. Of course, the colors and the rocks around here are just ever-changing. What a unique spot in the world, to be certain. So if you're driving through and you don't have a lot of time to stop, this is the hike for you. It's short, it's sweet, got some bathrooms there for you, and the payoff is beautiful. I definitely recommend this hike. For families, even with some of the younger kids. We saw plenty of families on this trip. Or if you were just passing through and have a quick little amount of time. So what's the payoff on this hike? I'm going with 4 aviators. But Capitol Reef is well worth multiple days, especially if you love hiking, if you love getting off the beaten path and exploring. It is a unique park. You won't find many crowds here at all, and it's well worth the investment of your time if you're in this part of the world. So go check out Capitol Reef National Park and Hickman Bridge. We will be highlighting a couple other hikes from this region as well, so stay tuned on our channel, and we'll see you next time.